She was more than just the help. To the McCallister family of suburban Atlanta, Nina Bassey was a sister, a second mother to their kids, and the most trusted person in their home. She lived in their guest suite, ate dinner at their table, joined them on family trips and took their kids to school. She even had her own car, fully insured by the family. So when she disappeared without a trace, no note, no call, no warning, it wasn't just strange, it was terrifying. But what looked like a mystery soon spiraled into something darker: an elaborate lie, a fake abuse claim, and an FBI investigation that revealed a secret trafficking network stretching across U.S. cities. And it all unraveled at the airport. When the McCallisters first met Nina, she was working as a hotel cleaner in Dallas. Polite, soft-spoken, and meticulous, she was recommended by a friend of the family who said, "She's the kind of person who remembers how you like your coffee and never forgets your kid's school project." They brought her to Atlanta with a proper work visa and made sure she had everything she needed. She had a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. She received $3,000 per month, plus bonuses during holidays. She attended the same church as the family and sent money home to support her mother in Nigeria. By all accounts, she was thriving. On a Monday morning in early spring, at around 7:30 a.m., Mrs. McCallister realized something was off. Nina didn't come down to make breakfast for the kids. Her bedroom door was open. Her bed untouched. Her phone was off. Security footage showed Nina quietly walking out the front door at 4:52 a.m., carrying just a small backpack. Her suitcase was still in the closet. Her immigration documents were untouched. It didn't make sense. The McCallisters filed a missing person report within hours. Police initially assumed she had run away, possibly to escape. Maybe something bad had happened inside the home. But then came a call from Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Nina had been detained trying to board a flight to New York City with a fake ID. She told airport security, "I'm fleeing abuse. They locked me in the house. I haven't been paid in months. I have nothing." The headlines exploded. Atlanta family accused of enslaving housekeeper. Modern slavery in suburbia. But detectives soon discovered, this wasn't a case of abuse. It was a calculated setup. Detective Carla Jenkins had handled trafficking cases before. She immediately began vetting Nina's claims. But something wasn't adding up. Nina said she was forbidden from leaving the house, but the home had smart door logs showing her daily exits and entries, sometimes late at night, sometimes just for ice cream. She said she wasn't allowed a phone, yet detectives found dozens of recent texts and photos, including selfies at the mall, a spa appointment, and a Bible study group. She said she hadn't been paid, but a bank account in her name had 12 regular direct deposits, matched by Western Union receipts to Nigeria. So why the elaborate lie? Digital forensics revealed dozens of encrypted WhatsApp messages between Nina and a woman named Madam K, a recruiter based in Houston. This woman had a history. She was already under federal surveillance for suspected visa scams and labor trafficking. Her pitch was simple: "I can get you out. I have a better job lined up. You'll be making more money in New York. You just need to claim abuse so the government will cut ties with your employer. You'll be free." It was part of a disturbing new loophole exploitation tactic where recruiters would convince domestic workers to fake abuse or mistreatment. If they could get media attention and federal involvement, the worker would be moved to a new location, and the traffickers would take over. Essentially, rescue by fraud. By now, Nina had been moved to federal custody for making false claims and traveling with fraudulent documents. The FBI entered the case and started to track Madam K's digital footprint. What they uncovered was chilling. At least 6 domestic workers across 4 states had been extracted the same way, with fake abuse stories and promises of better jobs. Once relocated, their phones were taken, visas revoked, and they became ghosts, off the grid, unpaid, unprotected, and invisible. Some were forced to work 16-hour days for no pay. Others were pushed into exploitative care homes or illegal labor markets. Nina had been lucky, caught before she vanished entirely. Nina eventually pleaded guilty to presenting false identification and misleading federal officers. She cooperated with the FBI to help expose the trafficking ring. Her sentence included time served, deportation proceedings, and a ban on re-entering the U.S. Madam K was arrested 6 months later in Texas and is now facing federal trafficking and conspiracy charges. As for the McCallisters, they were cleared of wrongdoing but lived through months of suspicion, online threats, and media harassment. Mrs. McCallister eventually left her job at a local law firm due to stress. Their children still ask about Nina. This case shocked many, but it revealed an uncomfortable truth. In a world where real abuse of domestic workers does happen far too often, stories like Nina's make it harder to identify the real victims. Her story was not one of slavery, but of manipulation. She was groomed by a trafficking recruiter, promised freedom, and convinced to burn a bridge with a family that treated her like one of their own. The trafficking didn't begin inside the home. It began outside of it, with a whisper, a message, and a lie. If you found this story powerful, disturbing, or important, subscribe for more real true crime stories that expose hidden crimes, human flaws, and the unexpected corners of justice. Bullseye, would you have believed Nina's story at the airport? Let us know in the comments.